the cream of Sydney to UG. And then he gave a long talk to them. And then he talked for quite some time about that to Babu. There is a video also about that. Sware is the name.
Yes.
And then after the talk was over, then UG told Babu, give the phone to Major. So I took the phone. One more thing. I committed. This face reader said, UG is now going to Australia and he is going to meet a highly spiritual person. There is a fellow called Jeffrey out of those four who said he is going to become a Jivan Mukta or something like that. So,
He's going to be the Purna Avatar.
Purna. So, the Jeffrey told our face reader that UG will meet an Aborigine chief, Aborigine Adivasi. Adivasi chief, and UG will meet an air hostess called Anita. That is what he said.
Anita story called.
So then UG, I came on the phone. UG said, it's amazing, Major. Whatever the face reader has said has come true. I met an Aborigine chief. I met an air hostess. The name is also Anita. Face reader also said Anita. And UG says her name is actually Anita. The air hostess.
I know.
She is very beautiful. And I am going to bring her to airport and you must marry her. So for this air hostess business, there is some story. Whenever I was taking UG to the Bangalore airport, I used to watch the air hostesses very keenly. He observed all that. I have to think very fast now. He said, I am going to bring Anita to airport, you have to marry her. So I told him, sir, don't bring her, I don't want to marry anybody. I am telling you again, she fixed you to the T. You must marry her. I said, no sir, don't bring her. He said, no, why? Why? Then I had to use this word. I said, I already married my guru called UG Krishnamurti. I cannot marry anybody else. Then he said, by that time my BP went up. I was thinking, this man is giving me such problems. Sir. I never wanted any wife. One wife who died was enough. So then he said, when shall I come to airport? I said, don't come for another 2 months. He said, why? I said, it is raining heavily. It was actually like everything was all right. Then he said, okay, he put down the phone. Then this was over, then Babu went away. Then after a week itself, Babu rang me from Bangalore. He said, UG is landing up. Within 1 week itself, he was coming back. UG is landing in Chennai on such and such date. You go and pick him up. I and Subna will come there and join you people. So then I went to my sister's house from airport in the car. Then I went to the airport in the evening and then picked him up. Then only we both were there. So I thought I must have it out with this man. I said, sir, I was amazed to find that the face reader could come up with all these details, including the name called Anita. I am sure he is not capable of that. And I feel that you have projected all this information into his mind. So UG just said, please understand that I keep testing all the people around me continuously.
Yes.
So I thought, my God.
It is a continuous
So all those things happened.
Earlier also.
So we were sitting in Babu's house. Then later on, you shifted here. One day, Yadurnath rang me. He said, Ajja wants to come and see you here. He already told me about Ajja. He is a villager who was unpad completely. So Ajja came here and UG was sitting here in a chair and I made him sit opposite to UG. Ajja is a complete opposite to UG. He cannot speak English. He has no personal charm at all whatsoever. He has seen. No personal charm. Except Kannada, he cannot speak, and he is just like a villager. So, Ajja had great respect for Gandhiji. Ajja, when he was in his 50s, one day all of a sudden, he was in his 35th year, during 1950s, he all of a sudden died. And Gandhiji's Atma came into Ajja. So he became a completely changed person, completely. He has left his wife, children, everybody, all the asti, everything. So then he came and sat opposite to UG, and he had a very high regard for Gandhiji because Gandhiji's Atma entered him. So the moment he came and sat, UG started abusing Gandhiji. UG was always talking bad about Gandhiji, and then Ajja just started and just kept quiet. So I was not at all impressed by him. Then he sat for about an hour and went away. Then after a month, UG was then staying in Babu's house. Then Yadu rang and said, Ajja is coming to Chandrasekhar Babu's house to meet UG again. So before this, what happened was, when UG was staying here, one man called Anantachari was brought by Krishnamurti and our Pati. And UG was sitting on the sofa where Subhana was sitting. So this man, this Anantachar, was 2 years older to UG, and he was a retired professor of philosophy in our Bangalore University. And he was a very famous orator, and he was giving lectures on the stages, and people were garlanding him and people were falling at his feet. So he came here, then UG got up and made him sit by his side on the sofa. So about a dozen of us were sitting here, Mohan was also here. So then there was some silence. Then that man started teaching something to us about philosophy. Because he found an opportunity. Then UG asked him, sir, is it your own experience or have you picked it up from somewhere? No, Shankaracharya has already said this. Then UG told him, sir, a tape recorder can do a better job than you. Why are you throwing all this, vomiting all this on these innocent people? He was so shocked. Nobody talks to him like that. He just signaled to Krishnamurti, saying, let us go. And they walked away. Then I was thinking, what will be the reception Ajja will get now in Babu's house? Let us see. Because UG doesn't yield the platform to anybody at all. He will be talking. Nothing, nobody else will have a chance in front of him. So then we were all in Babu's house. Then at about 4 o'clock, Yadanath brought Ajja. So UG got up and made him sit by his side on the sofa. Then our Dr. Swami asked a spiritual question to UG. Then to my greatest surprise, UG said, sir, I don't want to talk. He has come, you ask him. So this was something very new. UG never does this sort of things. Then Ajja took on and talked for more than an hour. And UG didn't interrupt him. There was some small talk in between with UG. He was talking to somebody, but he never interrupted him. And I was highly impressed by Ajja by that time. So Yadanath was translating whatever Ajja was telling, and then they went away. Actually, I was looking for.
Pati wanted to.
Pati asked a question to him. Answers anyway, you can tell them.
Yeah, Pati, because he was, Ajja was telling.
Ajja said, "Yaru illa illi."
Yeah, he was telling there is nobody here. There is nobody talking here. There is nobody here. Then after 1 minute, the Pati, he was there. He said, Ajja. Then he said, huh? He said, then who is talking there? Who is responding? There, you said nobody. He said, then Ajja was, he looked puzzled like a child. He said, Higu keltare.
This was very clever.
Then he was Don't. He usually asked him, shut him out. He was.
So I was very impressed. Then Ajay got up and then they drove away. Then I told Yadu, next time when you are going to Ajay's ashram, take me. So he took me and Yuji stayed with him. He was continuously insulting me at every turn possible. Insulting, ill-treating, very badly, absolutely. But I took all that, saying, yes, he is a Mahatma, I must accept all these things. So Ajay's treatment was completely opposite to that. He was so very, very kind to me. He was giving me a special room whenever we went. Then I never informed this that I was going to Ajay's to UG. Whenever UG was not here in Bangalore only, I was going to Ajay. And I went for 7 years to him. So then Babu rang me one day and said, UG is coming tomorrow, let us go to the airport. So I took the car and went there. Then Yogi Narayana was there. So I was standing near the car, I opened the dicky door and I was standing near the car. Yogi Narayana took his suitcase and he walked to the car. Then UG extended his hand like this. I never shook hands with UG. I always was doing like this. I thought he was something very great. There is no question of shake. He came like this to me. So then I had to shake hands. I said, what for is this, sir? He said, Major, congratulations. What for is this, sir? Somebody came to me from an ashram in Dakshina Kannada and told me that you found a new guru. Somebody came to Dakshina from Dakshina Kannada. Actually, nobody told him. But he will know somehow. So then I told him. Sir, I am now struck with two Jivan Muktas. But he never objected to that and all. But Larry Morris was telling me a story. Larry was an English lecturer and he lost interest in that and then he gave up the job. So he had no money. Then when UG was there, a lot of people gathered there, they all went to Bob's restaurant and they ate, then the bill came. So UG told everybody, each of you put down that much money of the bill. Whatever money was there in their pockets, they put there. Then he pushed that to Larry and told him, this is your seed money, you established a church of your own. Actually, he is not a Christian, he is a Jew. But he started a church. So, and after every Sunday sermon, they collect money, donations. So he told Larry, there are some conditions. You must tell me every Sunday how much money you have.
Also performing marriages, kada.
You must tell me how much money you have collected every Sunday. Then Susan, his friend, she will conduct marriages. And you will conduct only funerals. So you must stick to this. So he said, yes, I shall do that. So he was ringing you every day and every Sunday.
They were giving a lot of money.
And they got established nicely. So Larry told me, one Sunday, a couple came to him. And they said, the boy said, we want to get married, please perform that. So he is supposed to only do funerals, he cannot. Then he said, oh, I am very sorry, my colleague, she is out of town. So she can only conduct marriages. So please come tomorrow. They said no, only today. And he charges $50 for weddings. So they said, we will give you $100. So he got, you please perform. So he got tempted. He said, okay, I shall perform. So he took them inside the church and then did some ceremony. And then declared, yes, you are wife and husband now. So they gave him $100. So they went away, both of them. So the fellow took those $100 and was sitting on the table in his office. And he was counting those notes. Then a call came. When he lifted, it was from UG, from Switzerland. Larry, what are you doing? I am counting dollar bills, UG. Yes, I can hear the rustle of the dollar bills. Why did you do that?
Oh my God.
Oh, I am very sorry, UG. I was tempted. I'll never do that again. So our masters reached Which
pass
is
that
such.
on to me, double it and send it to me.
Double it.
Got it. As a punishment, you should double that money and send it to me.
పాప పరిహారం.